Right, hello ladies and gents. Today we are doing something. What the fuck is this? We are doing something I've been meaning to do for a while, and it's finally time for it. I'm going to be playing Trilby's Notes, which is for those who are not aware. If lately I've been playing. Today we are. Shut up, replay. Honestly, when is live stream going to fix this stupid playback thing? Honestly, now. Go to turn off escape. There we go. Where are you, Trilby's Notes? Let me focus. Was so excited for the game I forgot to fully prepare. I'm a bit of an idiot, don't mind me. Miss Chzo Mythos. No, Trilby's Notes. There we go. Trilby's Notes. Right. 6 run a window, yes. Yeah, I think that's about it. Save, yes. Right. What the fuck is this? Special edition notes. Extras? What's extras? Notes. Rightio. I love this game! You will excuse me if I become a total fangirl over this, because oh god, I love this game so much. Okay, let me explain a bit. I was introduced. Okay, let me start again. This is Trilby's Notes. It's the third game in the Chzo Mythos saga. We played the other two games, but if you have not seen them, don't worry. I was introduced more or less directly to this game too, and it doesn't really matter. Anything you really need to know will be shown in flashbacks. There are two games before this. They were called 5 Days a Stranger, I think, and 7 Days a Skeptic, something like that. They are both made by Benjazi Krosha, or I don't know what's his name. It's a dude from what's it called? What's it called? I'm a stupid idiot. I got too excited and I have no script for this. Yeah, the dude from from the no punctuation videos from the Escapist. Anyway, this is continuing. Okay, I saw this game saga. Actually, I didn't see the first one, but I saw this game saga being let's played by a friend. So I am not completely new to this series. I know most of the twists, which is a pity because if I could, I would erase my memory of it so I could experience it again from the get-go. It's like it's one of those games that are just so they're awesome. Also hello everyone. So yeah, I'm not new to this. I also have a walkthrough on my side. You don't see it, but it's there because no one wants to see me getting lost, honestly. I think that's about it. We're going to start now. By the way, this game is controlled more or less by the keyboard and you have to input the commands, so that's going to get a bit hilarious when it gets to that. Because holy shit, my typing is terrible, especially under stress, so yeah. Anyway, new game. Tutorial on, yeah, why not? Commentary, no. The following documents are taken from the handwritten notes of Trilby, an STP operative whose real name remains classified. Game over. Well, that was quick. Okay. It's Trilby. That was what I thought as I stood and watched the Dafoe Manor collapse into flaming ash. Does it automatically move? Oh, it doesn't automatically move. Lovely. One problem I had with the other games is that the text scrolled by itself, and I didn't have much time to read and actually and actually comment to. So if it actually lets me manually control the text progression, it will help me a lot because I will be able to talk that way. The ordeal was over. Those 5 days cost us all so much. Philip and AG paid with their lives. He's talking about the first game now. Philip and AG are the 2 people who died. There were 2 other people who didn't. They were the fortunate ones. Jim Fowler was expelled from school for truancy, a bright future in theaters. Simone Taylor took to the bottle. Her broadcast became slurred, her eyes hollow and unwelcoming. She sunbathing from television screens. These were the 2 people that actually survived. Which is a pity because I don't care about Simone Taylor, but Jim was so cute. He was a young guy and who was being a truant from school. And he believed in you when everyone else didn't. He was really, really cute. Well, at least they lived. Because everyone else involved in this thing is going to get butt fuck. You don't even know. As for me, I tried to return to life as a cat burglar, which is what he was initially, but I had been forever tainted by the time spent in that wretched house. Well, you don't even know what's coming, baby. The memories of my possession come back in my nightmares. Every night I was there again, in the mansion, staring out through unfamiliar eyes as Philip died at my hands. This is something that again happened in the first game. I became convinced that John Defoe, which was the spirit that possessed them, was not at rest, that someday he would return for me. Also, for those who didn't watch, brief explanation. The first game, 5 Days a Stranger, basically Trilby comes to steal into a house, but the house locks them in and there's a spirit in there. And it possesses him and he kills one of the people inside. And it possesses someone else, blah, blah, blah. Eventually they kick the spirit out and burn down the house. Then in the second game, it happens 100 years in the future, which is interesting, and it's about some astronauts in an exploratory, sort of a future where airships are normal and shit, and they're in an exploratory mission around a galaxy, and they find a locker with nothing in it but the stuff that the spirit was using. That it was sort of a murderer getup. It was a dude with a machete and a welder mask and a a blacksmith apron. It will probably get mentioned. I'm just telling you now. And they eventually burn the idol. Well, everything goes to shit. Obviously, the spirit starts possessing people, and eventually they burn the idol that's housing the spirit. And that was 100 years in the future, which means that now we have to see Trilby put the spirit there, which didn't happen in the first game. So we have 100 years or circumstances that happened. So yeah, I become so terrified of invisible enemies that I forgot about the tangible ones. Daily Herald, Trilby coughed. Oh, fuck you, stop doing that. 2 slow, miserable years after the full man. Slow. Holy shit. This is something that I noticed in the Bucharest Alpi too. The font is pretty painful, but we all have to deal with it. 2 slow, miserable years after the foul manner, a barrage of truncheon blows taught me a hard lesson in reality, and I woke up in the kind of filthy cell I assumed would be my new home. But then he came, the man from the government, with his nervous smile, offering an alternative. The STP, the Special Talent Project. It hadn't been that much earlier that I would have sooner died than entered an obligation with anyone, lest all the government. Had the foul manner changed me so much? What are you saying? Yeah, the games are interconnected. This, I think, is the best one, and the next one is also very, very good, but this is the one that has the most impact for me. Also, a warning, there's gore in this game. It's pixel gore, so it's not that bad. I'm just warning you now. Dark themes. Whatever my reasons, I left my past behind and resolved to give my new superiors nothing to complain about. I spent a year and a half completing assignments, developing contacts, building a reputation. And then the past caught up. In the summer of I can't fucking read English dates. 1997, I was 10 years old then. I became concerned about Simone Taylor's mental well-being. Simone Taylor again was one of the people who survived the first game. The papers were reporting her as continual breakdown, as she had become a virtual recluse. I had no idea if my appearance would assist or hinder. I had, after all, deliberately allowed her to think me dead. Presumably she knew differently now after the media coverage of my arrest, but I will expect her to be bitter about my subterfuge. On balance, I decided that a meeting with an old friend would most likely be beneficial. I came to her apartment building on a warm, stormy night and braced myself for the encounter. Control case to move, tap once to stop moving, tap again to stop. To give a command, just start typing it and the text box will appear. Okay. Simple sentences like look around or knock on door. Question mark symbol signifies that the game expects input. When it is visible, you are free to move around. When it is visible, you are free to move around without an ISO commands. Okay. How do I save? What did I do next? You did jack shit. How do I save? Motherfucker, how do I save? There we go. How to tip save? You son of a bitch. The control is so weird. I can guess he was experimenting. Look at Wolf. Motherfucker, you have it in... Look at window. A summer storm was racing outside. Light rain pattered against the glass. The gentle noise punctuating the rumbles of coarse thunder. Oh, the control is so fucking weird. I had to move closer first. Motherfucker, you can't even go there yourself. Simon's neighbor. This control is so weird. I knocked sharply upon Simon's door. Okay. Okay, it's a recall. Receiving no reply, I knock it again, louder. Still no response. The doorman had assured me that Simon was in. I decided it was time to enter by my own methods. Press tab to tip in your inventory. Okay. Okay. Use lockpick on door. I had reasoned that Simon could have been in trouble, and even if she wasn't at the worst, I was only playing to my reputation. I spent a few minutes feverishly picking the lock, then let myself in. Motherfucker! We're starting that already. I had already turned the switch when I came in, it didn't work. Simon's bedroom's light refuses to turn on. I stood in pitch darkness, the immediate flashes lightly preventing my eyes from adjusting. Open window? Motherfucker! Fill window? What kind of... Okay, the fill window. Motherfucker, look at window. Storm continued. I wondered why only part of the light was entering the room. Because it's half closed, motherfucker, open it! How about touch? Touch window. I discovered a blink hanging down over the window. Open blind. I pull it open the blind. Well? Well, shit. Someone's bedroom. The body on the floor was undoubtedly Simone. I felt for a pulse, and my hands came away stained with long-cooled blood. My fingers traced the outline of a large wound in her torso, slashed by a big weapon wielded by a big assailant. I called for an ambulance, as futile as it would be, and left before they arrived. Due to me being the clear murder suspect, I was relieved from duty for the week, but it took for the Ministry of Occultism to inspect the flat and confirm supernatural activity. My superior simultaneously apologized and assigned me to investigate if there was a connection to the Faux Manor incident. Merely reading those 3 words, capitalized on the front of a loose leaf file, brought the nightmare back with more intensity than ever. Through a note, a field agent reported that looters had discovered and sold several artifacts from the mansion, including the wooden idol that hosted John Dafoe's soul. Oh! To my surprise, no murders had been reported or committed by anyone who had come into contact with the accursed trinket. I did not find this reassuring. I quickly advised James Fowler to get into hiding. Who was James Fowler? I don't remember him. He was a student, but agreed. The boy had sense. Well, apparently he was. I thought he was Jim, not James. Well, anyway. The boy had sense and still respected my judgment. This done, I began following the idol's trail. From the pawn shop it had entered the possession of one Professor Abed Chahal. Chahal? Whatever. An authoritative historian. He had scheduled some kind of antique fair in the what the fuck does that say? Clambroim Hotel on a small island off the coast of Anglesey, popular with tourists. Whatever. Assuming the role of a scholar of antiquities, I booked a room. On the 28th of July 1997, I caught a ferry from motherfucker with his names, Porthlechok in Anglesey and arrived around 3 p.m. in whatever Island's coastal village. It seemed a peaceful hamlet, and in defiance of stereotype, the locals were welcoming and told me no local legends to dissuade me from exploring the island. The whatever hotel was in the island's center, surrounded by forest. I made my way there on foot. Hello? You're Trilby, right? Motherfucker, they're not letting me manually skip through the dialogue. Oh, fuck. Anyway, as soon as I arrived, I was greeted by a balding man in a grey anorak. I wondered if I was expected to know who he was. Hello, whomever you are. That depends. My name is Lenkman. I'm with the Ministry of Occultism. Oh? I thought the Ministry were clear of the fact that I was handling this on my own. Maybe there are still people who don't trust you, Mr. Trilby. What? I haven't stolen anything since I joined the STP. Your colorful past is not what concerns my superiors. It wasn't going to notice that your history with the Dafoe wraiths influences you psychologically. Well, fuck you. I'm sure you resisted, but it could still cause you to act irrationally, disobey orders. Motherfucker, you're fat. Everyone just feels a little safer with someone else on the ground. You're fat, I'm fabulous, I win. Fuck you. You can rest assured that I will endeavor to maintain absolute professionalism on this assignment. Nevertheless, I have my orders. I will suggest we keep out of each other's ways, then pursue separate investigations. I'm sure I don't want to get mixed up in the reunion. Reunion? I watched him disappear around the corner in the building. I very much doubted that Lenkman and I will become friends. Yeah, fatso. The whatever hotel lobby has a warm welcome. Holy fuck, this font is terrible. The building was certainly well maintained, but there was something about it that nagged at the back of my mind, quickening my pulse. I dismissed the sensation, an act which, in retrospect, I could come to regret. Hello, busty lady. Good evening, Terence Trilby. I have a reservation. Ah, yes, you're here for the antique fair? We've put you in room 3C on the 3rd floor. If you're used up to the checking book, like to sign the checking book, okay. Oh, hello. Hello, Beth, and I'm just letting you know I'll be having dinner in my room today. That's absolutely fine, Professor. This, I decided, was what they call it a golden opportunity. Professor Chahal? Yes? I'm afraid you have me at a disadvantage. Rilby? Terence Rilby. We met at 5 Sotheby a few months ago. Oh, you don't remember me. No, of course I do. Terry Railby, how have you been? The astute reader has already guessed that both Terrain Railby and the previous meeting here were utter fiction. That's because Trilby is a sexy motherfucker. We have spent some time studying Chachal's movements and habits. He was, by all accounts, absent-minded, and that was something I could use. I'm well, thanks. I was hoping I'd run into you. I've heard interesting things about the items you're showcasing here. You remember I do freelance scouting for some wealthy collectors? Yes, no. And a client of mine was expressed an interest in relics from the Dafoe Manor in Buckinghamshire. He's been on my back for a while about it. Between you and me, he seems pretty obsessed. But remaining of Professor Chachal's suspicion melted away from his expression as the opportunity to make money entered the conversation. Well, I'm sure I wouldn't want to damage your professional status. Would you like to come up to my room for drinks? Chickabobo. I don't want to impose. No imposition at all. Please follow me. Room key, Mr. Railby. Thank you. Please lead the way, Professor. I have to follow him on. Nope. A bet? Who's your friend? Are you drunk, lady? Why are you red rat? This is my personal assistant, Siobhan. She accompanies me on most of my excursions. Siobhan, this is Mr. Railby, an old acquaintance. He's looking for information on the Dafoe Manor artifacts. Oh, really? Him and half the people we meet. What is it about that place? Never underestimate the attraction of a mystery, my dear. Please take a seat, Terry. I'll be right with you. Hello, lady. So interested in ghost stories. Damn boobs. The girls took me as a forceful personality. Gave the matter some thought before replying. Not really. I'm just scouting on behalf of a client, like I told the professor. You know, it's strange to see someone as young as you in the antiques trade. Come to think of it, I thought only all men dressed like that. Fuck you! No offense meant. Not taken. Didn't catch your last name. It's O'Malley. Siobhan O'Malley. Couldn't be more Irish if I tried, could it? Sorry to keep you waiting there, boy. Now then, what shall we talk about? When talking to characters, you must specify a topic of conversation. There are usually several things a character is willing to discuss. For example, I tried to talk to a bit about the Dafoe Manor. Holy fuck, I have to. Actually, let me talk to here. Okay. Let me save. Yes. Motherfucker! So I understand you come into possession of artifacts from the Dafoe Manor. Yes, indeed, and it was astonishing to me that such artifacts existed at all. The whole place burned to the ground. Did you hear about the Dafoe Manor incident? I was experiencing a sick feeling that I had not felt for quite some time. The last I had felt it was while standing at the gates of another country mansion, not long after the Dafoe Manor, preparing to break in. Recalling those 5 wretched days churned my stomach with fear, turned what had once been the joy of thievery into an exercise in anxiety. Oh, it's going to get so much worse, Trilby, my dear. So much worse. But then again, you will discover the love of your life, which is lovely. It's my favorite character. Discussing it brought that feeling back. The act of feigning ignorance, white visions of welding masks and machetes, which was the bad guy in the first game, blooded my mind's eye, worse than them. I heard something on the news, and it's been on the news again lately since that Taylor woman died. A lot of silly talk about the paranormal has been around, so the true facts are nearly unreachable. But the point is, some enterprising fellows picked up 1 or 2 damaged items from the ruins. Funeral, furniture, books, an ugly little tribal figurine, and I took them off their hands, purely out of curiosity, of course. So were there any particular items your client is interested in? Uh, this fucking guide is way too... It's only ask about that shop and about shop hand. Why did you come to work for the professor? I was a student of antiquities studying under him at Warwick University. He offered me this chance to supplement my studies. She was very talented. Talk about pet. Motherfucker. Ah, stupid guide. Why couldn't you tell me if there was any nice stuff? Anyway. Ask. Talk to a pet about idol. Tell me, does a hook man in a welding apron mask and leather apron mean anything to you? Not really? Should it? Never mind. It's a small African figurine that my client wants me to look into, resembling a rather ugly tribal god. A dolphin? Honestly, despite its age, it's virtually valueless. That's what I said, but my client is very insistent. He's interested in the paranormal, and the idol features in some of the more unlikely accounts of the Dafoe Manor incident. Well, I don't suppose I should ask questions if this man of yours wants to take it off my hands. I don't have it on me right now. It's being kept in the hotel safe. Perhaps we can work out a deal with after the fair? I had intended to display it with the other Dafoe artifacts. Inwardly, I just wanted to get this mission completed as fast as possible, but I didn't want to raise suspicion or giving off the wrong impression. That will be fine. So just out of interest, what else have you picked up from the mansion? Odds and ends, basically. Some silverware and ceramics, most of a burnt rocking chair, and the painting, of course. Painting? Landscape from a wall in the mansion long. Of little artistic value, but the artist features prominently the four manor in the for history. Matthew Dafoe? That's him, yes. Bethan, she runs the hotel. She said if she could display it in the lobby. Instantly, I recalled the sick feeling I had felt in the lobby. I had seen the painting, but it paid little heed. Matthew Dafoe, okay. The thing about the Dafoe Manor is that in the past, the father had two children, and the twins, I think it was. And the second one to be born killed the mother, and he went insane, and the kid was born deformed in some way. It's not really explained. So he kept him in the kitchen, in an underground sort of lair, and Matthew was the same kid, so to speak. He painted too. The one day when I think the kids were like 18 or some shit like that, the father got drunk and tried to kill the locked kid, but he escaped or some shit. But the kid later on went insane and killed the other. Well, anyway. Yeah. Oh, are you alright, Mr. Trilby? You've gone rather pale. What? I'm sorry, I was just distracted by my thoughts for a moment. Hello, lost in history, eh? Something like that. Wow! Oh! Mr. Trilby, what the hell was that? The hell was what? You were just sitting there and then you went at a stiff like you'd seen a ghost. No, I seen my love. Take me back. You didn't see it. See what, Mr. Trilby? I'm sorry, I have to go. Something's wrong. Oh well, we won't keep you then. We'll see you later, maybe. My head was spinning and a sudden nausea churned in my gut. The walls seemed to be pulsating, the corners of the room wavering like heat haze. Fuck yeah. You might say I imagined these things, and I thought that must have been the case. What was going on? Was I going out of my mind? Was the hotel really changing into some nightmarish dream? Was I really the only one who could see it? If I was hallucinating, it was too complex. The harsh wooden floor beneath my feet felt real enough. The horrendous stench of rotting flesh that reached my nostrils could not have been conjured by my imagination. I decided I have to find John Dafoe's idol as soon as possible. If not for that, then at least the painting Chahal had mentioned. I was convinced that some connection lay between Dafoe Manor and this sudden madness. Safe. Motherfucker. Right. His body is the actually... Sickly yellow paint was spilling from the walls and splatters of blood spelled out mystifying phrases. Remarkably, the door seemed intact. Oh, this control is so weird. What do you mean you're not close enough? Stuck. The stairwell was built from all concrete, and a thick smell of damp filled the air. Such nice little blood splats. Bring her back. Whatever that means. It looked like some kind of porcelain mannequin, but with bits missing. I couldn't see how it was attached to the wall. Man? Man what? Not man? Man, not man. Okay. All the doors are stuck shut, what the fuck? Chzo, love me. Ha ha ha. The room had slipped into the shadow world. The walls and floor were filthy, and the furniture had been replaced with instruments of suffering. I have to go to the other floor, never mind. Oh, the movement in this game is terrible. Oh god. Run. No, I don't wanna. The body the body was that of a young muscular man, I hazarded, and was wearing some kind of old-fashioned military uniform, complete with a blue tunic and reading boots. More to the point, his head was missing, and his hands were worn down to bloody wads of flesh and bone. I noticed a collection of handwritten pages on the floor near his body. They appeared to be entries for a diary. July 18th. Felicia and I took shelter from the storm in a decrepit old hotel in the forest. It seems to be completely deserted, so we bedded down on the floor of the lobby in the night. It is so peaceful here. The noise of the storm seems far away. July 19th. What are you guys talking about? Anyway, exploring the hotel, it has become increasingly clear that the place is not as innocent as it first seemed. We found ancient corpses and evidence of terrible deeds in several of the rooms. The storm has cleared and we intend to leave as soon as possible. July 20th. I am certain now that devilry is at work. Every path we take through the forest brings us back to the hotel. We spend a whole day trying routes to no avail. Felicia keeps talking of a demon she fancies she saw in the kitchen last night. Felicia is dead. I was too late to help her. I saw her murdered just as she did. Perhaps I will be next. I am beginning to understand. The murderous figure is in black. The one whose body is savagely stretched into a mockery form is not the architect of this nightmare. Rather, this is the work of that hideous lord of the Forbidden Lands. Gods forgive me. I pulled a shrimp to my captor in the lobby in an attempt to appease it. Nothing has changed. I have no more food. The horror is starting to affect my mind. I am certain my mind is going. I imagined for a moment that the hotel had changed, become finally decorated and welcoming as it must have been once in the past. I blinked, and it returned to its normal, hateful self. The next few pages are sprinkled with blood, obscuring some of the text. What is his relationship to that disgusting beast? Is he a servant or a prisoner? Sometimes he acts alone, sometimes at the behest of a higher power. What does he want from me? He's after me now. I think I must have done something wrong. It hurts. That was the last double entry. I decided not to take them with me. They were covered in blood and stuck together. The lobby too had been tainted, and the painting I sought was absent. Presumably it only existed in the hotel's normal form. If that was the case, I needed to find a way back there, or dispel the hallucination if this truly was all in my mind. At this stage, I was beginning to wonder if I really was Al Jones the following. It didn't seem his style somehow, but what other evil could possibly be the culprit? Oh, baby, you're going to find out. The entrance room of the alternative clown whatever hotel at least retained the basic shape of a lobby, in that the pigeon holds mainnet and the altar about the right side and shape of the reception counter. Someone had been tied down to the altar plate and had their innards removed. Lovely! By the looks of the horrible claw marks and broken fingernails, they had been alive at least part way into the procedure. Isn't that nice? What was I supposed to be doing now? Enter the door at this level. Use the lowest exit on the left. Can I touch the corpse? Motherfucker, he didn't touch the corpse. Torn wallpaper, bleeding walls, decay, and disuse. There's one called name. Haha! Look at this! Perhaps the alternative hotel bar had been like the real one at some point in the past, but it had long since fallen into disarray and appeared to have been used for very sinister purposes. I don't see what's so sinister about it. The left poster has some kind of portrait of the strange masked figure I had glimpsed in the hotel. The middle poster was blank, the third was smashed. I have no idea what. In keeping with the alternative hotel's theme, the furniture looked like someone had been hurled against them with absolute fatal force. Lying on the bar in a pool of gore was a pair of long-nosed pliers. Motherfucker, you can't even walk there? They were rusty but functional. I took them with me. lovely. Do you believe no when I say that? Okay. It had probably once been a dining room, judging by the number of tables. There were a total of 4 exits to adjoining rooms. The tablets were universally hidden under tablecloths, yellowy and sticking with age. There was a plate of rancid meat on the central one, adding its evil stench to the air. I tore off a lump of meat to take it with me. If I come up again with anything hostile and carnivorous in this place, it will help to have something other than myself to offer it. That is true. The body had been completely flayed and still glistened wetly with blood. The hands on one of the feet were held in place around the door with 6-inch nails. Can I open this door? Dang it! Whose player's own corpse? Woo! Fancy! It feeds. Yes, it does. Nice! Someone had their period in there. Hur. The gloomy lavatory is in a state of advanced disrepair. One of the cubicle doors was hanging off its hinges, and the mirror above the counter was broken. The cracks and stains twisted my reflection into something most unpleasing. There's something there, but I don't know what it is. The counter had 2 things. To my surprise, a brand new sealed envelope was sitting between the basins. Motherfucker, you and your fucking not close enough. Baffled, I took the envelope. It was strangely bulky and I tore it open. A white pill bottle and a note fell into my hand. I here enclose the note with this report. Trilby, if you're reading this, then you too have seen the hotel change. At present I have no idea if the alternative hotel is part of the ethereal realms or some kind of construct, a pocket dimension. There is a definite correlation between one's level of agitation and one's tendency to reality shift. Fear is your enemy. It leaves you shiny like a bitch for whatever evil brought us to this place. Enclosed is a bottle of tranquilizers from my personal first aid kit. When you find yourself shifting into the other place, take a pill and try to calm down, and the real hotel will return. Do not let it concern you. I am researching the phenomenon. Your task is to find the foe. Good luck, Agent Lenkman. Lenkman's letter raised more questions than it answered. I pocketed the pill bottle. Drink blood! Wasn't sure how to. Use your hands, motherfucker. Wank in the toilet. You understand the word wank? Motherfucker, I thought you were British! Even if I had the inclination, I very much doubted that the plumbing instead worker. Says no there. No what? I sit down, I tipped a tranquilizer into my palm and swallowed it without water. It quickly took effect. I felt the anxiety leave from the pit of my stomach, and my dismal surroundings seemed to seem less imposing. Then I felt that strange sensation again of lightheadedness and detachment as the world around me began to quiver. Look at that sparkling toilet! Motherfucker! What is this? It hurts. Woo! No one here. Oh, I can go out. Sorry, let me. As I stepped closer, I could feel sound becoming muffler and my head spinning as if I were about to faint. My hand, as if pulled by invisible string, reached out towards the clumsy brushstrokes. The Faux Manor, surely Eddie, yeah, when these bitches were alive, basically. This is the song that was a normal one. Matthew Defoe is 15 years old today. He is excitedly putting the finishing touches to a painting which his father commented on encouragingly, the first time he has ever been supportive of Matthew's artistic learnings. Matthew is now convinced that his father is lifting from the mysterious depression that has plagued him for as long as either of them can remember. No, he intends to make the painting absolutely perfect before showing it again. Knock knock. Master Matthew? Sir Roderick has requested your presence in the trophy room. Thank you, James. And if I will be so good to inform him that I will be retiring for the night? Very good, James. There you are, boy. Let me introduce you to my son, Matthew. Hello. This is my friend, Mr. Simf. He's an expert on African tribal art. Well, just a scholar, hardly even that, just someone with an interest in the subject. He has offered to assess the figure I brought back from my travels. I wasn't aware that you had a family, Sir Roderick. Is your wife home too? Regrettably, Belinda is no longer with us. Oh, I'm sorry. Kit, all right, you couldn't have known. She succumbed to illness shortly after Matthew was born. I finished the painting I showed you, Father. Oh, good. Well, Mr. Smith, what do you think of the piece? It's an intriguing little puzzler, actually. The thing is reminiscent of a few Central African tribal gods I'm aware of. But to be honest, I've never seen anything like this before. May I ask how you acquired it? I'm glad you asked. It was 20 years ago when I was a younger man on my first travels on the Dark Continent. We were traveling around the coast where our bearers spotted a ship that had run aground. It was an English clipper named after Sea Angel, and a short exploration revealed that every single crewman had just disappeared. Of course, we immediately sent a letter to the nearest embassy to report the finding. But the point is, it was on the lowest deck on the ship, and I found this very figurine you see before you today. What an extraordinary tale. But how do you account for there being an African-American carving on a British vessel? We were confused as you are. It wasn't a slave trading vessel, but we must have been a negro on the crew. Has been a personal mystery of mine ever since. I was hoping you could shed a little light on the matter. But there is more to tell. I haven't even begun to recount the strange events that have surrounded this artifact. Will you care for a glass of brandy? Thank you, that would be most kind. Matthew, fetch the brandy from the kitchen and some glasses. Well, fuck you, Dad. Bang, bang. Hello. You haven't tried to speak to me in a while. Bang, bang. I did another painting today. We showed it to Father and he said it was promising. I kept trying to tell him about you, but he never listens. You haven't knocked for me for so long, I was beginning to wonder. Bang, bang. Hey, do you want to see my painting? Bang, bang. Not sure how I get it through the door. Goodbye. Small and somewhat sparsely furnished in contrast to the wealth of the house that beside the sideboard, the only furniture was a large wooden table and a narrow drinks cabinet in the corner. Okay, take brandy, put painting. Holy fucking shit, are you kidding me? What are those instructions? I'm pushing the painting on the door, okay? Just give it back when you're finished. How dare you, sir? You insulting my hospitality and insult my judgment? It's father. Get out of my house, you worm! Well, someone's saying. You better see what's the matter. Father? Oh, it's you. Father, what happened? I heard shouting. That old fool told me some rubbish about my figurine. Besides, the only trade it could have come from was getting slavery years ago. Actually, had the nerve to accuse me of buying it from a forger. I'm sorry, Father. What are you apologizing for? Where's that damn brandy? I've got it here. Give it to me. Alcoholism, ladies and gents. I'll go back to my room, Father. Show me your painting. Father? You said you had a painting. Show it to me. I can't, Father. Why not? Because... Come on, why not? Out with it! Because I gave it to the boy behind the door. I see. Father, go back to your room, boy. You have to write my diary entry. Yes, Father. Child abuse! It's lovely! An hour of silence passed, and Matthew grew concerned about his father. Strangely, the most disturbing thing that had been Sid Roderick's reaction to Matthew mentioning the boy behind the door. In the past, raising this has usually provoked a violent rage or an instant flat denial. Matthew wondered what sort of anxiety was going through his father's mind. Smash! What was that? Father, what are you doing? Yep, you might notice the apron is fucking gone. Matthew was confused by his own reluctance. He had longed to see what was beyond this door his entire life, but no, given the chance, he was stuck with fear. He peered cautiously through the door and saw a set of raw stone steps leading down to some kind of basement. Oh God. You should have done this the moment you came into this world, demon child. My God, forgive me for having part in your creation. Father, what are you doing? You see what you've done? I didn't want him to see this. You see what you've done? Father, no! Father! Father! Ouch! Ow! Ah! It's the prince! Boo! Ah! My apologies, dear boy, but I couldn't resist. You looked so lost in that painting, I don't think you ever saw me come in. Yeah, I didn't. What? Hey, what? Is everything alright, Terry? Yes, everything's fine. It's just for a moment that I thought I saw. Never mind. Siobhan and I were talking about you after you ran out of the room. He said you seemed like something was making you terribly anxious. Frankly, I think that's still the case. I'm okay, really, I am. Well, if you're sure. It was certain my mind was not playing tricks on me. I had been back there, in the Defoe Manor, looking through the eyes of Matthew Defoe. I had seen the events that had created John Defoe. John was the killer, by the way. I saw his death at the hands of Sir Roderick, that terribly violent end that would bring him back to that awful grave. But somehow, seeing that event, it was clear to me that there was more to this than the ghost of some retarded youth. There had been something very wrong about that idol, even before it was used to destroy John Defoe. The name stood in my memory, you fucking people. Stood in my memory, the Sea Angel, the name of the ship which Sir Roderick had found in the figurine. I know how to lead. Professor, do you know anything about the ship called the Sea Angel? You know, it's funny you should mention that name. There's a really old wooden chisel among the Defoe Manor artifacts, and the word Sea Angel are carved into the handle. Where is the chisel? Out on display in the convention hall next to the dining room. What's this all about, Terry? It's nothing. It's just a little side project my client wants me to get into. Thank you for your help. No problem. Take care of yourself. You insane, sane person. It was a page from a religious book I wasn't familiar with. I had enclosed it with these notes. Victim 5, the child. 1. The fifth man who decided judgment was the child, whose father held the carving of the slave. The prince came to him and was at once rightly pleased with what the prince came to him and was at once rightly pleased with what he found, for the house of the child and his father already knew the name of the king. 2. And as the prince watched, the child was thrown down by his father and broken with the good of the prince's soul. But as the child's body, mind, and soul began to drift apart, the prince held them together, and he said, 3. You are the child, and to you I grant power, for I see in you the potential that will grant my father, the king, his greatest wish. You shall not be in the land of technology, nor the land of magic, but of both, and so you shall form the bridge. And across the bridge the king shall come along and bring his message to the men of technology through you, child. The bridge will come, and thus I name you bridge keeper. And the prince touched the child, and he was the bridge keeper, and his 3 aspects were granted power, so that his soul would join with the prince's soul in the wood of the tree. Oh my god, this is so hard to read. And the bridge keeper rose up and threw down his father and threw down his brother, and truly they knew the name of the king. And into the house of his father went the body of the mind of the bridge keeper. There's all related to lore, I'm not going to explain it. Take matchbox. Push. Lockpick. Door. Picked it open within 10 minutes. Open door. Wrong. The air in the hotel office was swimming with dust. The proprietors clearly left that record keeping was more of a formality than a necessity. The corner of the room was a diminutive but sturdy steel safe. Look. Paper. Useless piles of hotel maintenance paperwork and correspondence, no doubt. You sure? Open drawer. The only drawer was left empty. Well, fine. And safe. I hadn't had cousin to create safe for some time, but my hands instantly went into automatic, leaving Minster returning like an old friend. When the job was done and the safe opened, my nostalgia fell into puzzlement when I found it empty. But just for once, I'd like to crack a safe that actually contains something. Is that so much to ask? Don't worry, Trilby, I love you. If you remember, they told us that there was the idol was going to be in the safe, and it's not. Chun chun chun. Okay, back here, take the matches from the desk, here to the door, open back of the room, climb up the stairs into the This control is so fucking weird. On the north wall, I noticed that I presume it to be a smoke alarm. use matchbox. Motherfucker! Click. The fuck was that? Oh, it's a fire escape. Ah! Motherfucker, you're there already. Shut up. The hotel's rear yard was more or less bare for an old pine barn and fire escape run in the building. The grass was extremely patchy and poorly maintained. Presumably you guys normally wouldn't be allowed here. Walking around is the worst part of these types of games. And I have a walkthrough, so we're not even going to be stuck forever, even. Whoopsie doopsie! The hotel's exterior was as corrupted as the interior. The ground beneath my feet was hard, red and gritty like desiccated clay. Okay, so what the fuck do I do now? Look, bike. The two heads on the right were decayed down to their skulls, but the one on the left was very much fresh. Its features made unfamiliar with the torment it had undergone. Okay. So... Okay. Lovely. Am I supposed to do something here? Okay, I know. I know what I have to do. Oops. Go. Motherfucker, come on. Push crowbar on door. Crowbar was very old. I duped it. Motherfucker! Crowbar on boards. Crowbar on boards. Nitpicky motherfucker. As I had suspected, the stress proved too much for the ancient crowbar, which was bent to uselessness. I discarded it. Lovely! Will you look at this lovely place? I love how this fucking guy is hoisted by his asshole. Must have been painful. Judging by the smell, this room had probably not been ventured into for years. This desiccated corpses dangled from the ceiling, left to rot with some warped interior decorator. Lovely. A sack tied up on an end, set using foulness in the corner. The mere thought of that bag could contain made me feel ill. Oh, come on! The prerequisite blood signs had faded to an ugly brown color over time. It did not make any less unnerving. It had been wished to dab some kind of symbol on the north wall. Oh, you're so fucking annoying. What was the point of me doing that? Ah, okay, I get it. Oh, damn it. I know what is it that I have to do. I know, I know. No, wait, I don't know. What? Woo! Going insane! Yay! Right. Change into other world, motherfucker. Screw boards on the door. Who's pills? Yeah, okay. I have to open. I don't have to enter. Oh, you will see. There we go. This is why we use a walkthrough, ladies and gents. Otherwise, this gets way too fucking fiddly. There we go. Professor Chehal's antique show was as sparse as its small menu would indicate. A couple of tables were laid out with various trinkets, and a charred rocking chair was the centerpiece. Take chisel. Need to move closer. Motherfucker with your move closer. A loud buzzing played in my ears, and my vision began to cloud as I reached over and laid my hand upon the tool. Done. More flashbacks. Somewhere in the Atlantic, July 25, AD. Something. Bouta had been a great warrior. In battle, his skill was thought to match it in all of Africa. He had respect, great house, a slew of beautiful, not a stew, not a stew of beautiful women, a slew of beautiful women, children to make any father proud. But so just one mistake, it had all been torn away. His mistake was in standing with his beloved king when the invaders from the coastal kingdom arrived. No, his great house was in ruin, his women raped, oh my god, his children murdered. And for Mbota, the worst fate of all, sold to the white men in exchange for weapons, shackled with his fellows in the hull of a slave ship. Mbota was strong, perhaps he could have lived as a slave, but then came the sickness. A simple fever, not up to be gone the next day, but the white men took no chances and threw him overboard. Yeah, Woman Steve is a harem. For days, Mbota drifted, waiting for the black cloud of death to descend. Having lost everything, he now sought only the embrace of the deep, welcome end to the life of a life betrayed. Let go of the board then, you motherfucker, if you want to die. But then did not come then. Coming around, Captain. Voices unfamiliar, speaking an unfamiliar language. Mbota was suddenly terrified that the slavers must have returned, but he was as weak as a newborn and could not move or speak. Looks like we could pick him up just in time. Don't know how long he's been drifting off here, but he can't have lasted much longer. Good lord. Look upon it, man, the greatest evidence that we have of humanity's inherent evil. Never forget that, man. Sailors such as you or I did this, left this poor wretch to die. Slavers aren't sailors like you or I, Captain. No. I don't know how those devils can have the audacity to still call themselves human. Today there is no pride in being an Englishman. In our new passengers some quarters make him comfortable. Well, there's some nice people. Passengers, Captain? Every innocent who sets foot on my ship is a free man. If there is something about this policy you think was questionable? Not at all, Captain. No, these were not the slavers. The ship was different, less crowded with terrified black faces. There was anger in the voices of the white men, but not directed at Mbota. Still frightened, but somewhat resurrected, about to pass it out. Days passed and Mbota's health was restored. To have been rescued by the ship of these good white men had been a fantastic stroke of good fortune. He decided that it had been the will of the gods that he should survive, and that proper things should be in order. An idol, that was the answer. Woohoo! If he could just find some suitably good and a sharp blade, he could carve the finest idol in his life. Motherfucker, you are already on top of the ladder. Luca, damn you. A large crate was sitting in the shaft of life, the letters stenciled on what Mbota did not recognize. It was cheaply made with poor quality nails, and some of the boards looked ready to fall off. The good of the crate seemed ideal for Mbota's intentions. He decided to leave it here until it was ready to carve the idol. Okay. Mbota could not understand the white men's language, and he would have to be non-verbal. Or what? What was it? Right there, laddie. Oh, I see, you want something to carve with. Here. The sailor handed Mbota a sharp, almost brand new workman's chisel. Just bring it back when you're finished with it. Okay, anyone wants to wonder what's going to happen next? Because I tell you, it's fucking awesome. Let me save. Use chisel on board. With the chisel and the wood of the crate, Mbota could finally recreate his offering. After several hours, Mbota was very pleased with the result, a fine rendition of his kingdom's god of fertility and good fortune. All that remained now was to return to the chisel. Does that look familiar, ladies and gents? No, it's not woman's stew. Yay! Okay, try to guess what that sound is. I promise you it's worth it. It hurts. No, it doesn't. Don't complain. Oh, I almost don't want to see it. Hello. Ouch. The vision faded and I felt myself being hurled forcefully back to the present day. Oh, I want more prints. That's the prince, by the way. I don't think I'm spoiling much. No. The vision faded and I felt myself that tall, thin creature. Excuse me, not creature. It's a handsome man. That black-clad ghoul. It's not a ghoul. Don't be rude. What's its significance in my predicament? Why did it appear again and again throughout history to repeat death and horror? Because he's awesome, that's what. Sexy man. There was no connection to the evil shape or Mbota's tribal deities. That tall man was no fertility god. No, he wasn't. But I swear, if he shows you his junk, I can make that happen. It must have been connected to the wood of that crate somehow. That had been a name on the crate. Mbota hadn't been able to read it, but I see, looking from his eyes, had O'Malley shipping. Could the owner have been an ancestor of Siobhan? It was a flimsy possibility, but at that point, my only lead, I resolved to discuss this with Siobhan at the earliest opportunity. Let's save. Motherfucker, will you fucking take your paper? I recognized it as being from the same source as the one under the painting in the lobby. Victim 4, the slave. You see how this is starting to look like? And we've done 2, there's 3 left, ladies and gents. The 4th man who decided judgment was the slave, who had not been brought who had not been brought Frehorn's passage, and who tormented the wood that was the prince's soul with a sharpened blade. The prince came to him, and he took the slave down, and he knew the name of the king. And the prince said, No one of your household shall I leave alive, slave, for thrice now have I brought my warning, and any who still fail to heed shall be named as fool, and judged most unworthy in our sight. Okay. What the fuck is that even? There was an opening bottle of some kind of soft drinks. The display tab is yeah. Take. I took the drink with me. Something told me I could come in useful. Yeah, whatever. Finally, Oh, it's you, Terry. I thought you might have been serving staff at last. What do I have to do now? Second, walk over to the door and get the page. Open the door, exit to the right. Open the door here, walk over to the guild. Let's talk to this bitch. You haven't seen any of the hotel stuff since our first conversation in your room? No, it's very odd. I can only presume the hotel is closing, but it is still light outside. Not really. I think there is a point when there is someone chasing you, but it's pretty easy to escape. It's not random. And since I'm following a guide, there's not really... I mean, I think, I don't remember very closely, but I think at some point the prince, that long dude, starts coming after you. But he's always like, it's in the first game it also happened. You also have a way to escape, kind of. He doesn't walk that, I don't know. I think, yes, there are game overs, but they're not that, you know, that. Oh, my favorite scene is coming in. It's Buka run. Buka, guess what scene is coming next? Because, ho, that scene, my shipping scene. No, I can't eat meat. It smelled so full that I could not even bring myself. Drink bottle. I took a swig of the beverage. I could almost feel the caffeine started to hit up my brain. I have no idea what the fucking caffeine is for. Well, fucking no one here. Sorry. Let me do this again. I'm not sure I have to do that. Yep, I didn't have to do that. I have to talk to Siop Han. Yeah, he's not particularly adventurous with blood, I'm afraid. We'll have to forgive him. He's an old school sort of man. What floor were they in? I think they were the 3rd one. Nope. Not here. Exit to the right. Open the door there. Walk over to the girl. Motherfucker, where is this? Walk through, I swear to fucking god, you could not make this any easier. Wait, is it this door he means? Nope, could not have been this one. This one? Motherfucker, I swear to god, where do you want me to go? Well, not this one either, that's for sure. Siobhan. So, blood splatters covered every wall and surface on the room, as if someone had lost a fight with some horrible beast here. Metal tables and some kind of stone altar that showed evidence of present slaughter. Among letters of a stopped in the corner. Okay. No. Open door. Take. Open door. Motherfucker, they're not here. Well, we'll have to fucking find this motherfucker. Come on, Siobhan, where are you? She can't possibly be there. Come on, Siobhan, don't be such a bitch. Siobhan, come on. Okay, I'm pretty sure she's not supposed to be in one of the rooms because the walkthrough seems to at least know how to say that. He does number the rooms, so can't be that. And Siobhan is not, I think, in any of the hell rooms. What? It hurts, it hurts. It doesn't hurt, don't be a bitch. Siobhan. Oopsie doopsie! Someone's going to die soon. Motherfucker, why are you saying it hurts, it hurts? There you are! Have you seen any other stuff anywhere? I'm afraid not. Perhaps they go to bed early in these parts. Okay, Siobhan, tell me about yourself. Talk to Siobhan about ship. Do you know anything about the history of your family? I wouldn't be much of a history student if I didn't know, like. I'm researching my family tree as part of my diploma. That's ideal. I appreciate that this may sound like an odd question, but trust me when I say it's important. Did your family run a shipping company in the late 18th century? That is an odd question, but I do remember reading something about O'Malley shipping. I have to check my notes, I left them in my book bag. Could you meet me in the room about 5 minutes in 2 annex to a bed? Certainly. I'll see you there then. Bye bye, lady. It's about to go down so hard you don't even know. So hard. But that's okay. Because we get to meet my favorite character. Ugh. Okay, I'm going to... What? Well, wait, maybe it's... What? Stuck shut, motherfucker, stop doing this. Do I have to take a pill? Okay. Let me save again, just in case. Come in, please, Terry. You have the papers? Must you always get right down to business? You want me to flirt with you? I'm taken, lady. You're going to meet him soon. How are you feeling? We were a little worried about you. Is she flirting with me? I have these moments of illness. What do you want to talk about? The faux manor. Oh. It kind of interests me. I was looking to the media coverage of the incident at the time. This client of yours, the one who wants the figurine, what does he know about it? Well, he wasn't interested in the cult, and there's some nonsense story going on around it. Something about the idol being a vessel for an evil ghost. I wasn't really paying attention. Liar. Really? I don't remember hearing any about that in any of the reports. No, you wouldn't have. It wasn't widely. Have you heard the story that Trilby was in the house? Gulp. I could feel cold sweat drooling down my spine. Every fiber of my being was concentrating on not giving any outward signs of alarm as Siobhan spoke of my secret name with wide-eyed enthusiasm. No one believes it, but Simon Taylor insisted it was true right up until, well, you know. He says he saved her from the house. Not that she was any thankful. I think that's a little far-fetched. That's exactly what the vet says. He says a ghost is one thing, but throwing Trilby into it just makes it seem silly. Oh, you're going to make me blush. Truth be told, I don't think a pet believes in Trilby any more than he believes in ghosts. He's so grounded in reality. Sensible attitude. Have you always been an antique dealer? Oh, Siobhan, please, I come here to talk about. Let me put that another way. Have you ever been an antique dealer? I knew it! That outfit, the hat, Terry, you're him! You were in the faux manor. Now you've come here to finish off the ghost. Siobhan, I always knew there was something else. In this world, there was just something better, more glamorous, just below the surface. I don't think that's what you wanna. Will you take me with you? Listen to me. There is nothing glamorous about what I do. Yeah, that's true. I live in shadows that threaten to consume me every single day. And if you pursue this any further, you're going to walk straight into one. What are you talking about? There is something extremely dangerous in the hotel. I don't know what it is, but... Ha ha ha! Oh god, no! Sexy time! Let me save. Nope! I wanna see the sexy time. Sexy time! Kiss me, baby! Ouch! I said kiss me, you motherfucker! That's a bit rough. You see why I ship them so bad? That is the prince, ladies and gents. Sexy time with the prince. Let's go. What? Excuse me, what happened? Okay, let's speed through this. I haven't seen that one. Oh god, no! Bah! Ouch! Oopsie soopsie. Siobhan was out cold but uninjured. She probably will be safe on her bed while I continue with my investigation. Whoopsie poopsie. I accidentally kicked the fuck out of here. Sexy time is over, you missed it. This was completely standard hotel room. Yeah. There were a few textbooks, a half-empty water bottle, and a large folder marked O'Malley Family History. This, I decided, was my quarry. I flipped through the pages until I reached the information relevant to the 18th century, and read my discoveries aloud. Liverpool-based O'Malley Shipping Company ran for 3 generations of the family in the mid to late 18th century until the loss of one of their clippers drove the company to bankruptcy. Going to some clippers are ships. The owner at the time, Jacob O'Malley, placed the blame somewhat irrationally of a shipping crate which family legend alleged to be haunted and that had been on the ship at the time. Believe it? It housed Mr. Prince. There are numerous tales of bizarre events surrounding the crate, and the history of the crate's origin is no less mysterious. It goes that a strange young man came to a carpenter's at the Liverpool dockyards with a very expensive-looking harpsichord, which he insisted be smashed up and the wood used for whatever purpose the carpenter desired. Oh. He refused to leave until the instrument had been utterly broken into component parts in front of his eyes, and the wood sent to be made into crates for O'Malley shipping. When pressed for his name, the man identified himself as Jack Freehorn. The Rooms of Jack Freehorn, July 28th. So what trifle have you been wasting your father's money on now, Jack? What does it look like? It looks like a virginal. A harpsichord, actually, in the Flemish style. Kit old, kit expensive. Well, I suppose I should be grateful that something is distracting you from the occult for once. I fear you might be speaking too soon, my friend. Oh God, I should have known, you and your silly obsession. So what devilry inhabits this magnificent instrument? The instrument as a whole is for the most part untainted by the ethereal realm. But its keys are what spark my interest. Also, they would have been carved from centuries old English oak. What's the interesting part? They would have been discarded by the sharp tongue of yours. The wood has gone through many incarnations before being incorporated into this device. Items of furniture, building material, in fact, just over 200 years ago, it was part of a wall. A wall of a Serpentine Inn on a well-travelled road in Wales. The unicorn? I'm so pleased you remember. Oh, I could hardly forget it, the way you have been obsessing Kit heartily over it as of late. Your correspondence persist in filling your head with rubbish about ghosts and demons. I count myself very lucky to have tracked down even a small piece of that hostelry. I know I've already told you some of the wonderful stories attached to it. And this instrument had its fair share of mysterious happenings. The usual batch of strange noises, sudden madness, and inexplicable deaths. See sense, my friend. This curiosity of yours for all things ungodly has no doubt already befallen your immortal soul. You are a fine fellow, Wilbur, but you have not a drop of romance in your body. Now stop browbeating me for incurring mine, and let us make dinner. That night, Jack was stirred from his bed by the sound of music emanating from his new instrument. His first thought was anger, mostly because of the harpsichord was an antique, never intended to be played. But then he listened to the haunting melancholy tune and felt his stomach roll inexplicably with fear. Who's down there? Wilbur, is that you? Look at my baby! The sparsely furnished room below Jack's bedroom was illuminated now by his new harpsichord. The instrument was being tormented by the spindly hands of the emaciated intruder. Psst, bitch! The tall man was playing a haunting melody on the harpsichord. Except for his hands, his body was completely still. What happens if I go down? Will he kill me? Jack could not take a step further because he realized with a lurch that he recognized the dark figure that sat on the case. He had read of this strange entity that recurred frequently in the stories surrounding the Unicorn Inn and the objects that were later constructed from its good. And he knew with absolute certainty that the tall man would destroy him, were he not destroyed first. Well, fuck do I do then? Jan took the gun with him to confront the intruder. Motherfucker! How am I going to seduce the prince if you won't let me? You won't take me, demon? Yes, take me! Wilbur? No. Oh God, no! But I could have sworn... You! I know you! You have... Oh God! Please forgive me, your majesty, for my transgressions. I am worthless, craven fool, not worth a second of your precious time. I beg you, spare me. I will redeem myself for my offense. I will be yours forever, my body, mind, and soul. Thank you, my lord. Thank you. Identified him as one Jack Freehorn. May have been the same Jack Freehorn who went to form a bizarre religious cult. A depraved group of paganist worshippers who were spoken with as much derision by conventional society. With my latest flashback, my knowledge of the history of the corset would gain it another step. Before the Great, it had been a harpsichord, and sometime before the harpsichord, it had been part of some kind of Holster in Wales. The inn called the Unicorn. Why did that ring a bell somewhere in my recent memory? They had definitely seen something in the Clansbury photo that was linked to the place, but where? Anyone noticed that those motherfuckers were probably a couple? I did! Gay couples in games, yay! Take paper. Victim 3, Freehorn. The third man who desired judgment was Freehorn, whatever, who had brought from those women luxuries with the good that was the prince's soul. The prince came and struck down yes, see, it was the lover. They were lovers, they were gay, yay! I like that. The prince came and struck down the lover of Freehorn, and Freehorn knew the name of the king. And Freehorn said, I know you know, O prince, who was the arrogant man, and I anticipate your wish, and I will devote myself to spreading the teachings you have brought me and the love of our king. Where did the redhead go? Wasn't she on the bed? Yeah, she's gone, baby. And the prince was satisfied, and Freehorn called all those who would listen, and they formed the Order of Blessed Agonies that would work to redeem the follies of the men of technology. We are in so much shit you don't even know. Okay, we have to do some shit now. I think now is when you can start to get game overs, not too sure. Yep, the soda helps you. Okay, now the pills won't work. To my under control is the decay of the alternate had spread either for me or the pills and they no longer work. I had to find a way to restore the effect, or at least another method of calming myself. Okay, let me see what I have to do. You build a minute to fix that. Head down to the bottom floor and exit the lobby. Exit to the left, then to the left to the dining room. From somewhere on the west, I hear the familiar sound of a door being unlocked. Lovely. Lenkman? Lenkman, wait! Oopsie doopsie! What had once been a kitchen was now some kind of torture room. I found myself wondering whether it was used for extracting information or merely to entertain the alternate hotel's hellish proprietor. A horribly tormented soul was still lying on the central counter, limbs rancid only from spasms of agony. What's cooking? People's cooking. What the fuck, is that my phone? Yep, it's my phone, excuse me. The fuck do you want, phone? Nothing particular, lovely. Right, what was it that I had to do now? Can I open this door? Actually, let me open. The oven, the sole remain of the kitchen's former usage, was stained from the inside with desperate handprints. Ouch! Ew! Actually, I think there's a cool game over scene here. Let me check. I think if you try to... Yep! Oh. Yep. That was short. The Grimmiser had been abandoned for some time. A large section of the floor was worn away. The last two individuals had met with sticky ends down here. One of them had been almost completely picked clean by the beetles. The other I noticed it was heavily decayed except for its hand, which was fresh and pink. I wonder if this has something to do with the puddle of water it was laying in. Am I supposed to do fucking something? Drink water. It was almost as if the water was drawing me to it. Not like a scrabbling thing, but in my mean, like the chiseling of the painting. More like a beckoning siren. Whatever the fuck. Couldn't help myself. I crouched down and dipped my hand in. It felt uncommonly refreshing, and brought on top to my lips, my unhygienic surroundings forgotten. Yeah, I would say, you are fucking drinking blood water. As a pleasant feeling of simultaneous coolness and warmth spread through my stomach, I realized that the water had some sort of rejuvenating effect. I had no explanation for this, but at the time I didn't care. I was beginning to feel at the back of my mind a familiar tickling sensation that indicated a reality shift, so I swiftly scooped a few drops of the liquid into my pill bottle, checking it through the remaining pills. Oopsie doopsie, what the fuck is this? It contained nothing but chipped crockery and the old newspapers. I had no interest in this. Crown. The hotel cellar has lit up by a single spotlight, and seemed almost completely bare from the wine rack. Take wine. Why the fuck not? The wine rack was severely understacked. The hotelier had not been meaning to refill it. Only one bottle of dusty green. Take bottle. Why the fuck not? Open box. Well, fuck you then. Let me check if I can do anything here. There we go. Open fridge. Nothing. Damn you. Shh. Right, so what do I do now? Top right door. Ah, okay, I remember. Oh, Terry, it's you. Have you seen Siop Han? I was about to ask you that. What did you do? I hope you don't. Okay, Makiyo's asking. The kitchen has the same layout as the kitchen in the flashback. Yes, you are. I'm not sure. I think they're meant to be similar. Don't quote me on that. I think they are meant to be similar, not the same, because they're in different countries, but I don't know. Get away from my service. I bet I need you to understand. You and I, Siop Han, are in a critical danger. There is something evil in this hotel and it's closing it fast. Mr. Trilby, I have been over this hotel several times. Apart from us, there is absolutely nothing here. Please keep your fiery stories in the playroom where they belong. Aha, I see you, unicorn thingy. Do you know anything about an inn called the Unicorn? Yet, there's the simple right there. I picked it up out of curiosity at an antique fair a couple of years ago. Dates all the way back to the Elizabethan period, from what I understand. I just couldn't find a buyer for the damn thing. Don't you suppose you have any clients who might go for it? Possibly. Do you have permission to examine it? Of course. You may have to touch it to assess the texture. We are means to so. As long as you're not to test its strength over your knee or anything. Touch unicorn. Motherfucker. The shingless design was a simple one of a unicorn's head in half profile, painted with a variability on a dark oak backing. As I pressed my fingers to it, however, the design seemed to extrude from its backing like a hologram, and seemed to draw closer until my vision was filled with good grain and mediocre brushstrokes. I could vaguely detect the professor speaking to me at the very edge of my hearing, but the time I realized I was already gone. Somewhere in Wales, Julie whatever. Owen Somerset, a traveling Somerset, wait. There was some mention of Somerset before, I forget. A traveling merchant was on his way back to his wife and family in London, having concluded some business dealings with Seredi Guion, or whatever the fuck. Can't suddenly be a Somerset. Wait. Somerset? No, it's not the same, never mind. Somerset has spied an inn on the side of the road and marveled at his good fortune. Fight is an evil storm that blights in the sky tonight. Aye. I must have an almighty on my side to find myself so close to an inn as it broke out. Aye, perhaps. The innkeeper seemed taciturn, but Owen was in a good mood and was determined for it not to leave him. It was probably too late to continue riding, even if the storm cleared. Owen decided to key after Laruma for the night. Owen didn't think, motherfucker, what do you mean? Boat. Stay. What do I say? It should be fine with. Ah! Good evening, sir. Would it be possible to secure a bed for the night? Be any wizard man, eh? Go from this place and never return. What? There is a curse upon this inn. I still have an innocent doomed to the same fate as I. So let me save. Yes, Macchio. Prince and what's his name? Prince and Trilby for the win. I have plenty of gold to pay for my board. The devil cannot be bought off, my friend. What devil? What is the nature of this curse? The wing was willed on my father 20 years ago. From the good of a fallen oak, he stumbled upon an island north of here. He noticed the human bones scattered around, but did not heed them. The inn has been a curse on our bloodline ever since. Madness and death claims those who stay here. This time last year it claimed my father. Soon I am certain it shall claim me. Man about curse. So why do you remain? I do not believe in fleeing from the mistakes of the past. If the Almighty wills it that my family must pay for our errors, this I accept. But I will not see another suffer for our sins. Leave now before the shadows take you. Walk to the door. Open door. Okay. It could be rude to barge into the bedroom without a kid. What the fuck do you want from me? Sir, I have little patience for fables, nevertheless for riding after sundown in the middle of a downpour. Lend me a room and I shall make the responsibility for my own well-being. You will insist? Not only will I insist, but I will pay whatever price you ask. Go then, take the upstairs room. But if you remain by the morn, you shall pay nothing at all. Well, okay. I will lie, I don't even care. I will see more Prince. Take me, Prince. Take me. Owen lay himself down to make himself sexy for Prince, intending only to test the best's softness, but in his exhaustion he quickly succumbed to sleep. In the early hours of the morning something jolted Owen from his slumber. A piercing sound? No. A piercing smell. Ho ho, baby. You see that? It's fucking smoke. Motherfucker. Wait. Open door. You have to take the shit. Shit, come with me. The unicorn was small but secure, constructed of a combination of stone and English oak. The only furniture in the reception was a bar and the bench for sitting. Someone had lit a fire by the door, fitting in with a burning smell. A blaze had been set before the front door. Big Worm, the innkeeper? Yes, shit. Fire. Well, that was a shitty fucking... Whoops! It's the dad. It's him, the innkeeper. What kind of... We could have... Whoopsie doopsie! Once again I returned, disoriented from my vision. I was closing in on the source of the madness. The innkeeper had said that the wood came from a tree on an island. Could not have been the whatever island, given that I was seeing it seemed valid, if worrying possibility. Besides that, it seemed I had no other leads, so what should I do? I was determined not to let the trail end here, and there was just a single clue. Getting there. Take paper. Trilby, I know you are following a trail. Go to the roof if you wish to proceed, Langman. Victim 2, the innkeeper. The second man with the seated judgment was the innkeeper, who had brought the wood of the tree and boiled it from his house. The prince came to him and his guest, and he stood the innkeeper down, and the innkeeper knew the name of the king. And the prince turned to the innkeeper's guest, and he said, "You I shall not let live, for once before have I made this warning, and still my soul aches with what I have done to the good that is my soul, and I will spare no man who conjures me in this way." And the innkeeper's guest knew the name of the king. Aka, ouch! Right. Page, open door. Let's save. Getting there. I think we only have a couple more left. What next? Exit the hallway, open the door to the bar. Hello? Professor? I don't want to talk to you anymore. If you're not gonna get me a drink, you can shove off. The fuck? What the fuck is his problem? Fine, I will get you drunk, you piece of shit. Honestly, it could have let me take the wine from the get-go. I tried that already. Pretty much, Macchio. It's a bit more complex than that, but pretty much. Oh, don't do this to me, you pain in the ass. Professor? Where's he gone now? Whoopsie poopsie, someone's gonna die. What do I do now? Head over to the left kitchen. The wine rack and table, go back to the bar, go in between rooms until... Whoopsie doopsie, what the fuck is this? No, no, get me out of here. I can't move, motherfucker, let me out. Eee! No, 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 no. What the what the fuck is that? The reception desk was a cheap pine affair and porcelain leg. Take the leg. I know what that's for. Oi. I know. Drink soda. Oh god, no, he shifted. Yep. Abed's drunken misery had caused him to shift into the dark hotel. The jolly man of whom I had grown fond lay decapitated on the floor. With Sio Han's disappearance, I was now truly alone. The professor had known nothing of the horror. He was blameless and ignorant of any matter involving the foul manner or accursed idol. But it seemed my dark captor cared little for these facts. Haven't you killed me too, you skinny bastard? If you can do it so easily and so quickly, why won't you face me? In a display of warped sense of humor, the porcelain head was sitting somewhere above Bed's old one had been. I put the head out of the stump, trying not to think about the wet crackling noise this caused. Right, have to fin out the pieces of the... Head over to the professor, take head. Whose pills? Open door. Okay, we're here now. Whose spills and exit the bar. Head to the lobby and take the leg. Go to the door behind the counter or look picks on door. I already did that. Open door, take the leg. Okay, there's going to be a thing there. What else is here? Open door. Take the leg from the shelf. Head back into the lobby and head out the entrance. Stay calm. Take the arm. Go to room 3C and... Don't you love walkthrough efficiency? Did you like it, Makio? One more gore, damn it. Give me more gore. Oh god, these stairs are such a pain to navigate. It's because you can't go behind them. Its perspective is bonkers. So now, take the arm, go to 3C. No alternate, total, go to the very top floor. Okay. Open door. Ring soda. The body was intact. For reasons I couldn't explain, I sensed that something had changed back in the real world. What kind of ridiculous locking mechanism is this? Spills. Stared blankly. Look at that pretty skybox. The fuck is that? Take paper. Woohoo! Clam Brewing Island, July, tarari. Restore the trees. It took us from dawn to dusk, but we finally have it down. I'm tired, father. It was indeed clever of us to investigate this island, eh, boy? Have you ever seen such a giant peacock? Nor do I expect to again. But its good shall keep us in the business for carpentry for years to come. Father, look at those stones. Think there was a house here? It matters not. Why must you always look everywhere but at what matters? This is your... Ouch! Father? Is something troubling you, father? Whoops! My love, I missed you! Ah, he's just going to continue. Take stone. A monstrous man, talent thin to an inhuman degree, thought what Boyle's father's lifeless bodies was some kind of metal stuff. Boyle had to do something. Game, you are such a cocktease. Block. He's like, what the fuck? Where am I? I must have shifted to the dark world during the vision. Trilby! It's open! Oh, thank God, I thought I was all alone. What happened to you? I don't know. After you knocked me out of my room, I woke up and everything was like this. The hotel's ruined, there's blood everywhere. I saw this horrible man. Tall, thin, long black coat. You know him? Enough to know you're lucky to be alive. He didn't notice me, so I ran up here to hide. How did you get past the doll? What doll? Trilby, what the hell is going on? I told you what will happen if you followed me into the shadows. This isn't your problem, take this. What are these? Tranquilizer pills. Take one. When you calm down, the hotel will go back to normal. When you need them, I will. I don't need to run away anymore. Yeah, you should. Trilby, wait. Where are you going? I know enough now. I know where the good came from. Perhaps I can find a way to end this. So I was right. The cursed good come from Clanbury Island. But what good does that knowledge do me? Wait a second. I never got around to reading the letter I took from under that rock. Trilby, I am very close to ending this. Meet me in the hotel basement. I must show you my discovery. Eggman. The other page was another one of those religious papers. The Book of Victims. Victim 1, the Good Cooter. First of those against once the priest sought vengeance was the woodcutter, he who had held the axe that first felled the tree. The prince came to him and his son, and he took the woodcutter down, and the woodcutter knew the name of the king. And the prince turned to the woodcutter's son, and he says, You shall not live, for you are young and are the innocent, and that you might go among your people and tell them of what I will grant. And the woodcutter's son fled and told all of what he had seen, but the men of technology are arrogant, and his words were unheeded. Well, at least he let one live. That's kind of nice of you, my love. What do I have to do now? Whoopsie doopsie. Get to the ground floor. Kitchen's hotel, okay. These stairs are the pain of my existence. And I'm not even having to run around and look for things. I'm working with the fucking walkthrough. I have to go to the kitchenette. Nonsense, the prince loves me, you will see. My love. Is it this door? I forget. Cursor keys? The fuck do you mean? Hurry, hurry, hurry! Safe. End. Oopsie doopsie. Oopsie poopsie. This is going to end well. Ladies and gents, here we go for the end. Peninsula territory. Motherfucker. Kabadath, a Celtic druid, awaits the return of his friend and colleague Galden, who brings news of the invasion of Anglesey by the Romans. Oh god fucking Greece. What does it even say? Suetonius Paulinus. Having fallen out of favor with his fellows for certain radical beliefs and activities, Kabadath lives in solitude and his remote forest clearing, and prefers not to travel himself. Kabadath, Galden, you bring news? The foreigners have landed. They could not be deterred pure sorcery. All is lost. Oh, certain are you? So they are making their way across the land, eliminating the resistance. Even you out here will be brought down within days. I'm sorry, Kabadath. And the great wrongs will so easily be the brush for ignorant power? Do not hang your head yet, my friend. Perhaps the activities for which he was ostracized will yet spell an answer. What are you talking about? You know of my dealings with the ethereal realm? I know that what you claim. So there exists some otherworld territory populated by demons and creatures of magic. Dun dun dun. And that you, Kavadath, can somehow commune with these creatures. Come inside, I shall explain. Yep. Kavadath, what is this madness? In my dealings with the ethereal realm, I have learned of many powerful demons and elementals. But there is one spoken of only reluctantly, a beast possessing of awesome power. You plan to summon a demon? The most terribly of them all, who strikes fear into heaven the most unflappable creatures I have spoken with. A pain elemental, indeed the only pain elemental, ruler of a desolate wasteland with none venture. Well shit, an invulnerably wholly potent beast what feeds on the agony of others. This is going to end well, and today is his day. The day when the boundaries between the realms waken and he glimpses our world. To bring him through at that point will be simple. Even if you could conjure such a thing, how could you have it defend our land? I have much knowledge in the ways of magic. With the correct paintings, any demon can be forced to my will. I completed the preparations while I waited for your return. Sacrificed a few virgins, you know. All that remains is the summoning. Kavadath, it pains me to see you build your hopes on such nonsense. Be silent and watch. We shall see your nonsense soon enough. In this hall of death, and by the light of Belenus' gift, I summon you. I bring you gifts to mark your path. I feed you with pain. I call you with madness. Yeah, that's going to end well. I summon you with the greatest loss. And I bring you by your true name, Chzo. By the gods! I have reached out to you through the void, Chzo. I command you by your true name. Show yourself. God, please stop him. Show yourself. Whoops! By the twatters, it's huge. It is larger than I anticipated. But Chzo must obey the rules of magic. It is born, I can command it. Nope! No! It is far more powerful than I thought. Gal, help me! Fuck you, bitch. Forgive me, Kavadath. No! Gal, don't beg you. Don't let it take me alive. Chzo, of course, has no use for meat. It feeds on pain. It does not kill its prisoners. Ouch! Kavadath's agony was a particularly rare morsel, and Chzo ensured it would last. His soul was placed inside an oak sapling on the site of his old home. Dun dun dun, to grant his body immortality. For 5 centuries, as the tree grew, he knew torment beyond even his most depraved imaginings. By then, his body was warped, and his mind long fallen into the soulless dementia. He was Chzo's, utterly and completely his slave, his sex slave. Trilby, Siobhan, we were supposed to leave. I couldn't, I just... But the professor, he's dead. I know, he was killed by the shadows. Just like they will kill you if you don't get away from here. What is this place? This cave is the center of the reality shift. This stump is what's causing it all. How? It is the vessel of the soul of the tall man. It's the prince, call him properly, damn it. And the acolyte of Chzo. Young man, nice to see a friendly face. Amazing, isn't it? Of all the things Sir Roderick could have used to murder his son, he chose that idol. Placing the soul of John Dafoe into the wood alongside Kavadath. Infusing the poor retard with Chzo's magic, allowing him to combat infinitely more powerful than before. Certainly pretty lucky. Lucky? Chzo had to wait 200 years for that opportunity. The opportunity to blend magic and science in a single entity. The opportunity to create the breach. What are you talking about? The bridge between the realms, over which Chzo will cross over into universe and purify mankind. Yep! Our order has waited 200 years for the prophecy to be fulfilled. You're not with the Ministry of Occultism. Who are you? 200 years ago, the prophet Jack Freehorn founded the Order of Blessed Agonies. Since then, we have grown and watched and waited. It was only in recent years that the events foretold of the Book of Chzo began to occur. I mentioned John Dafoe, and it mentioned you. Me? You were the one prophesied to guide the bridge keeper to his destiny. But you didn't finish the job. All three aspects of John Dafoe had to be destroyed to create the bridge, body, mind and soul. He only destroyed his body, his soul and his mind remained. Had I known about this, I would never have done that. That will truly disappoint my superiors. You were quite adamant that I should try to persuade you to join our cause and fulfill your mortal duty. Why are you Is that why you were helping me? I thought if I guided you through your visions and showed you the appropriate passages from our holy books, you'd understand that the prophecy is real. You honestly believe it? I joined some insane cult just because you handed me some leaflets? Personally, no. A knife in my gut brought an explosion of ice-cold agony. I read the pitter-patter of my blood to the rocky floor. The pain, the surprise, and my exhaustion went together to cause immediate unconsciousness. I awoke to find myself splayed upon the stump, blood still leaking from my wound. In my injured state, I could barely move. My limbs refused to respond. It was as weak as a newborn. Lankman, good, you're awake. I was afraid you'd miss this. What are you doing? After your staggering ineptitude at the Foe Manor, the Order needed to nudge some things along. We need connection to Chzo to help administrate his coming. And today may be the only opportunity we have all year to summon the Tall Man. You're going to bring that thing into our world? With a standard ritual of bloodshed and agonies and offering. After he takes your life, he will be grateful to us. And then he will guide us to our destiny. Why did you stab me? What if I'm already dead by the time he gets here? You won't be. Men like you, Trilby, die on their own terms. Kid literally. They don't weakly let their life slip away from one man's life. Stab one. Hush now. Kavadath is coming. Okay. Siobhan, are you there? She's here, but she can answer you. She has nothing to do with this, Lankman. Let her go. On the contrary. It is important that all three of us be here. It is part of the ritual. Why are you summoning the Tall Man? What possibly use could he be to you? You've been experiencing flashbacks, I know. You saw Kavadath's attempt to summon Chzo, yes? Saw that he failed drastically. He assumed our Lord could be summoned with only an all-basic demon summoner, right? But Chzo is far greater and more powerful than his rivals. He is very nearly a god of pain. It takes a great amount of magic and a much more complex ritual to summon one such as he. We do not know it, but the Tall Man does. He will guide us and teach us. I call thee Kavadath, the good that is your soul. I call him from the north. Save and talk, book. What does the prophecy say about me? The book of Chzo prophesies the creation of John the Foul Grave. It states that when his body, mind and soul are destroyed in conjunction, the bridge between realms will be created. It also states that you were supposed to guide this process. But we can expect one or two inaccuracies in a prophecy written so long ago. Does it move? My attempts to move are only made things worse. I felt a stab of pain and something snapped behind my eyes, filling my vision with spots. I was losing blood steadily. My arms and legs were limp and unresponsive. I couldn't move. Why the fuck am I supposed to do this? From my position, I could only see a small portion of the wavering cavern. I could see the idol of John the Foe in the stump besides me, and my bloody waistcoat lying discarded in the corner. Not at the waistcoat! Shit. Strangely, my first thought was a vision of the repair and lumber mill. I don't understand the oopsie. Treacherous cultism was wandering around the storm in a manner that I suppose it was relevant to this ritual. I could not see Siobhan, but I could hear her trying to moan through a gag. Okay, now we have to wait. The pain was no whoopsie. I spat water all over my fucking screen. The pain was now replaced with an ice cold numbness that was spreading fast. The room was swimming before my eyes. A gulfy from the west. Whoops poopsie. My love, are you here to see me? I'm ready for you. It was becoming harder and harder to breathe. I rattled in and out of my lungs like a buzzsaw. Reality fits from real to real, tormented, confused. And this madness that we might bring feed to us. Yes, do you want me to end it, Kabadath? My love! Come back! I present thee with blessed agonies, body, mind and soul. My vision was clouding up and around the edges. It seemed like my stubborn will was the only thing keeping me alive. And guess what we have to type? I died. Present thee with the guide, filed of his duty for thee to judge. Come. Come. Insert sexual innuendo here. My love! What am I supposed to do? Nothing. What? He's dead? No, that's not possible. Master? Master, please, no! No, no! Trilby? Who? Go back, Trilby. Leave me alone. I'm dead. Not yet, not fully. Your mind and soul are drifting apart from your body. With enough power, there is still time to pull them back. But you must have the will to return. Forget it. I've had enough. I did the assignments. I made myself useful. I lived up to the reputation of the foe Manor gave me. Today I gave everything I could. And I still died. There's still work to be done. You have not yet completed your duty. I'm sick of duty. I'm sick of prophecy. Just let me sleep. Stronger men than you have tried to fight destiny. And none succeed. Oh, I don't like the message. Past, present, and future are all different faces of the same die, and few can see them all at once. But I can, and the future demands that you live. Return now, I have marked the path. Please just let it end. Pleading to me is useless. I am as much of a prisoner of fate as you. Future your actions are destined to bring about has already taken place. Without your part, I will not be here to restore your life. So you see, by my mere presence, your decision is already made. Who are you? A murderer, a madman, and a puppet of forces neither of us could possibly comprehend. Well, that's comforting. Trilby, say something. What? You're alive. Oh God, I didn't even know if I was doing it properly. You did it. You're alive. Where's Langman? That tall man took him. He did something horrible to him. I wanted to see it. And he took him away. Where's my waistcoat? Shh, don't talk. I already called for an ambulance. Let's go back upstairs. Wait. See that wooden idol? Yes? Bring it with us. Wrap it tightly in clothes and bring it with us. Don't let it touch your bare skin. Okay. I know it sits across from me. The reality shift had cleared up and we were free to leave. And the STP cleared an ambulance. No trace of a bed or the hotel staff was found. Officially, they've been classified as unexplained disappearances. Lenkman and the tall man seem to have also vanished, which does not surprise me in the least. Seop Han regained signed an official secretariat, and last I hear this is staying with her parents to recuperate. Which just leaves me to write up my notes, with the idol that haunts my dreams gazing at me from across my desk. Looks like a gross poop. I was dead, I can't pretend I wasn't. No amount of CPR could have brought me back from where I was. So who did? The man in red? What was he, if not an insane hallucination in brain death? Unimportant. I am alive I'm alive and that's all that matters. Just that and the destiny of this wretched statuette that I am apparently fated to carry out. Every instinct in my being wants to burn it to ashes and grind them into the dirt, but I do not. Lenkman spoke of a prophecy, that the destruction of Jones the false soul will somehow help him and his order summon their dark god. So if I destroy the idol, I win. But what else can I do? I certainly can keep it. I know from experience that it leaks malevolent influence like a broken pipe leaks water. The only other option is to hide it, but where can I hide such a thing and ensure that it's never found again by human hands? I still have to think about this. He eventually shot it out into space where the second game. The fulfillment of the prophecy continues. The ritual for the summoning of Chzo will go ahead. Events have been set in motion that cannot be stopped. Whoop! My love! We have the blood of the guide. No, we must wait. Wait and prepare. Yay! Oh! At this time there came a man from the land of technology, and through his window was great. Let me stop this. At this time there came a man from the land of technology, and through his wisdom was great, and his power advanced. He had the willfulness of his fellows, and so he was the arrogant man. Stalking about Kabada would become the prince. And on the 8th and 20th day of the 7th month and the year of the arrogant man, the king is Chzo, gazed upon the land of technology and saw the arrogant man who spoke thus. O king, I beseech you, for this land has become corrupt without your benevolent hand, and darkness is to envelop us all. I demand that you cross the border between our lands and make things right, for my power is great, and half in my power to control one even as great as you. And things ended badly. Also, can I tell you how sexy my lover is? Look at him. all blood splattered. And then the king was rightly amused, for while the arrogant man's power was indeed great, the king's power was greater still, and the king said, I will not submit myself, for firstly my power is greater than yours, and not yours to command. Secondly, while my capabilities are many, it is impossible for me to enter the land of technology, for the border is a dark and treacherous ocean I cannot will away. Well, thank fucking God. But I will do this for you, arrogant man. For all the bigness of your head, you are still smart enough to be spared the rigors of the dark ocean. I shall rescue you from the darkness in the land of technology, and you shall live in my household, and here you will learn humility. Aka, you will be tortured till you're fucking insane. Isn't that lovely? And as the king said it, so it was so, and the arrogant man crossed the ocean to the house of the king, where he was brought before his majesty, who said, No, you must repay me for the slight your arrogance caused me, for the speed your insult. I love you as I love every man and beast, and you must learn to take this love into your heart. May I remind you that Chzo is the good of pain? I'd rather not be loved, honestly. What the fuck is that? And the king took the body and mind of the arrogant man and separated them from his soul. And this he placed a great tree in the land of technology, and with this action he announced, Know you are the tree, and the tree is you, and the wood is your soul. With this gift of separation your body shall know wither or die through your lessons. But shall any man interfere with the tree that is your soul on the day that it is blah, blah, blah. But should any man, oh my god, interfere with the tree that is your soul on the day that is mine, I shall lend you the power to confront them and strike them down with fitting vengeance. Aka killed them all, yay! And when he touched the arrogant man and filled his heart with warming love, yeah, right, and the arrogant man became the prince, and he knew the name of the king, and the name of the king is fucking ouch. And the prince and the court of the king bowed down and wept and sang with great praise the name of the king, for great and generous was his wisdom. Ouchie. The Books of Chzo, Book of the Prince, Chapter 2. I didn't stop the music now. Stop itself. Oh god! Wow, that is terrible, Pixel. Why did you make him so ugly, Daniel? Written, designed and programmed by Ben Yahtzee Croshaw. Yay! Pixel art isn't really your thing, but I still like you. Soundtrack? There was a fucking soundtrack? Yes, and Jane Chris Jones. Siobhan. He was wearing slippers this whole time? What the fuck? Posting Roshim Zix. The credits have more music than the rest of the game combined. PC Gamer, Hyper Magazine, Halo Twitterers, everyone we demanded another Trilby game. Fuck yeah, we demand another Trilby game. Look at this motherfucker. Fully Ramblomatic production. So basically, the dude did the whole game himself, which is no small feat. Okay. As you may see, we finished the third game in the set. The next one is the last one. It's 6 days of sacrifice, and it ties up the game very well, very nicely. We will play next day, which hopefully will be tomorrow, depending on Bucharest's schedule, since I want her to see this. Why do I like this game? I can't do this game justice because I wasn't surprised. But seeing this game for the first time when I saw it as an LP that Bucharest made, I was really taken with it because it had this really gore dark vibe, but without being too much or being too gratuitous. Like, yeah, there are some really nasty scenes in it, but since it's pixel, it doesn't look so bad, at least for me. And I really like the character of the prince, since he's got this really simple but neat design, and the world going backwards in time one step at a time is really cool. Even if all these games have the same problem, even if to get there the controls, for example, for this game, the other games go back to being normal, but the controls for this game are very experimental, very messy. What's it called? I was going to say something. Yeah. And how you get to the ending is always weird in these games. Like, you have to take a pipe, open the pipe, put the tobacco in the fireplace. You know, weird steps that sometimes is like, what the fuck? How was I supposed to know that? And if I had not followed the guide and Bucharest did not, she had to. I think it took her like 4 hours. This took, with a walkthrough, this took 2.5. So imagine that. What else can I say about this? I really like this game. I hope you can understand that. If not, I don't know. It just works for me. I really like the mythology and even how the characters are so subdued, but they still have distinct personalities. And the greeting is really well done. The font sucks though. This game has really bad design choices. The font, the controls. The other games didn't have this. It's this one that I suppose author was experimented with it, and it just blew up in his face. Anyway, next time we will be playing the last game, 6 Days Sacrifice. Looking forward to it. It will all come into place, and that game is also awesome. It's also pretty gore, so you know, not as much as this one, but it has more. It has more kills, but less environmental gore, if that makes sense. So yeah, also more mint horrors. It is also nice. So yeah, I leave you with that. Prince is my waifu. Yeah, call me a sick. I just like his design a lot. And when he goes and knees, when we were seeing the Let's Play for the first time, and there's that scene when he transforms and he pushes you down. I was like, yeah, sexy joy, and fucking around with that. And Susan, I really like whenever he comes in, how he's so scary, the speed being so simple, and how he's only like having this weird mallet thingy, but he's so fucking badass with it. I really like it. So yeah, that was all. I will see you guys next time. Bye bye. See you.